All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the paperclip. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series heads to Martinsville for some classic short track action. Race number 2 in that second season of 2021. 150 laps, some high intensity short track action here at Martinsville Speedway. Of course, you know what it is. It's all going to be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, some short track action here at Martinsville Speedway tonight. Race number 2. Going to be some timbers flaring, going to be some fenders rubbing. There's going to be somebody in victory lane. All right, hey, thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you coming in. We have the practice session right now here at Martinsville. About a little under 8 minutes left to go in the practice session. Again, I want to thank you for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster commentator. This is TurnLeftTV. 150 laps here tonight, race number 2 in this half-mile flat short track here at Martinsville, located in Ridgeway, Virginia. Be a great little race here tonight. We'll take a look at the track here at Martinsville. Again, we're talking about a half a mile short track. You can say what you want to say here about 4 turns here. I think it's a big, 2 just continuous turns. 1 and 2, I think, 1 turn, 3 and 4, another turn. Banking in those turns at 12 degrees. Down the straightaway, add 0 degrees. You got a little concrete, you got a little asphalt. And, you got a lot of fun here. This is a track it's really tough on tires, hard to pass here, and man, you really got to take care of your stuff here. But expect some contact tonight here at Martinsville. Short track, a lot of drivers out here tonight, and should be a great race. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the YouTube channel. Always appreciate people being here. Peace to everybody out there in sim racing world. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend, or at least the start of the weekend. And again, thanks for coming in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here, and share my videos with all your friends. Any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share my videos here at TurnLeftTV. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so there. Hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can make a donation straight through PayPal by clicking on the link up in the banner of the channel. Thank you for coming in tonight. We've got some great racing here coming up this weekend with the Buschwackers Series, of course, tonight, and then Talladega Super Speedway in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder tomorrow night. That'll be a great race. The Cup Series in action at Talladega. And speaking of that race there, Talladega Super Speedway in the Saturday Night Thunder. headed your way. It's race number 9. 2 races to go in this first season of 2021. And 100 laps there at Dega. You're going to see a big field there, I'm sure. Open setups, 1X tires, 1X fuel, 60% damage setting on that series. And should be a great one. Talladega is always a fun race. And the Cup cars are fantastic. So give that a look there. If you would like to join HORL on Discord, there's the address there at the bottom of the banner. Take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Paul Brown there with the big win last week. A little bit of a messy race, I'll be honest with you. Sean Jacobs, second in points. Todd Robillard, third. Archie Vieta, fourth in points. Colin Madiak, fifth. Michael Ware coming in. Looks like Colin and Michael tied for the fifth position. And Palumbo, seventh. Claudio Bardelli Jr., eighth in points. Zach Muncasey is ninth. Preston Hassel, 10th in points coming into tonight's race. Next week, we have got a special series starting up. That's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Starting out at Atlanta. Look at those tracks on that schedule. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a 10-race season. Kentucky in the second race of the season. Las Vegas, great track for IndyCars. Iowa, another great track for IndyCars. A little short track there. Pocono. A lot of guys like that tricky triangle on with the IndyCars. Then Gateway Raceway, great conversion there by Paulo Chachalowski, Team Cha-Cha. Indianapolis Motor Speedway on Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. That's right. The next day, Indianapolis Motor Speedway will actually be racing the Indy 500, so we're going to do it that same weekend. Phoenix Raceway on June the 5th. Kansas, another cookie cutter. Then finishing out the season, a little bit different flavor there with Richmond. Short track on June the 19th to finish out the season in that IndyCar Series. So that's coming up. It'll be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. Couple minutes left here in the practice session. So just a little under 2 minutes left to go in the practice session. Go to qualifications. Well, who got that big win last week at that mess that we called a race? That was Paul Brown. It was a green-white checker, and we had a ton of cautions there. Pretty messy race in California start off the season. But Paul Brown was in the right place at the right time. This thing got 3 wide, and there was some fisticuffs right there. And Ed Palumbo takes a little bit of a tumble there. Paul Brown in the right place at the right time and captures the victory at California. Takes home the victory there at California. So Sean Jacobs finished second, Todd Robillard third, Artie Vieta fourth, Colin Maniak rounding out the top 5 there at Cali. Looks like these guys have now switched over to the qualification session. Take a look at Christian Wilson making his qualification attempt. Colin Maniak top time there, 18.593. Christian Wilson with that lap there, 19.291. Right now 6th on the grid. A little early qualifying right there for him. Take a look at Paul Brown. Paul Brown, that top time now, 18.534. Here's lap number 2 for the 77 car. Paul Brown there, 18.635 is lap 2. So 18.534 the top time right now. Time to beat. Lucas Infinner out on the track. Like, he has qualified right now in the 3rd position. How about Givaldo Spindola in the 68 car? Get some laps in here. See what he can put where he can put his car on the grid. 68 car. Oh, sliding up the track there in the turn and smacking the wall. Scrub off a little speed there. Like he kind of backs out of that qualification session. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car. Little bit of too much speed there entering the turn. He had to back off. 18.957. Iglesias currently 9th on the grid. So Iglesias right now shown in P9 in that 2X car. Well, Paul Brown might have the pole here. We'll see Tony Reiner in the 81 car in his lap. 18.968. Right now shown in 10th position. Tough entry there. So it looks like Tony Reiner is a 10th place qualification effort, and that will give pole position to Paul Brown in the 77 car. So congratulations to him. We'll see if we can figure out to operate our drone here. Here we go. So the 77 qualifies in P1 in that Outlaw Racing Fuels sponsored Chevy Camaro, the number 77. Always got to like these some of these camera angles here. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers series. Of course, this is race number 2. Just starting off the season. Kentucky Speedway headed your way next weekend on April the 16th. 98 laps here from that cookie cutter. Talladega Super Speedway, that is going to be a huge race on April the 23rd. 70 laps there from Dega. Kansas Speedway, another cookie cutter headed your way on April the 30th. Darlington Raceway, the Lady in Black. 110 laps there on May the 7th. Dover International, the Monster Mile, 125 laps on May the 14th. New Hampshire Motor Speedway, 98 lapper there on May the 21st. Charlotte Motor Speedway, 110 laps there on May the 28th. And then finishing out the season at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on June the 14th. So a lot of mile-and-a-half tracks here on the schedule this season. And I think it's going to be a great one. We've got a little bit more of a lengthy race there at Charlotte, I think, with 110 laps on May the 28th. So that is the schedule. So these guys right now are going through the driver's meeting. And then don't forget, tomorrow we got the Talladega Super Speedway and the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way, 100 laps, race number 9 in that Saturday Night Thunder Cup Series. It's been a great one, man. Very good turnout last week, and I think the series just continues to grow. So first season of 2021, bringing this thing back. Should be a great one. So I got some chatters here joining us. JJ joining us in the chat session. Good to see him. And Javaldo Linares, one of our chat regulars. So boa noche, my friends. Hope everything is going okay down there in Brazil. I feel bad for you right now, man. You guys are moving into autumn, and soon it's going to be winter time down there. So we're moving into spring. Obviously, we're getting close to that, and of course, summer following that here in the United States. But I don't think it's going to be too bad there in Brazil in the summertime. It's probably going to be nice and warm. But again, welcome to my friends, my Brazilian brothers. Good to see them in. Claudio Bardelli Jr., he's going to be racing tonight, so look out for that effort from the Bardelli camp. 91 car will be out there on the track tonight. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in some a race server there, 3 server packages for you to choose from. That is rFactor 2 related. If you're interested in hosting your server, not only just in the U.S., EliteHostingUSA.com does provide servers for rFactor 2 in other parts of the world. So it's good contact there if you're interested in getting a hold of EliteHostingUSA.com. ZiaComics.com is your nerd headquarters. That's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All things comic related. If you're interested in purchasing something, games for a loved one, action figures, who knows, man, costumes as well. And of course, comic books. ZiaComics.com is your nerd headquarters. cheese. So we're out about a little under 9 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. We'll take a look at the qualification results. I think we will look at the qualification results. Take a look, hopefully. Uh-oh. Want to display the old, oh, there we go. We'll hopefully get those up. Well, it doesn't look like it's wanting to display the qualification results here for us, so. Well, let's just be honest. It looks like they qualified. A little interesting there of why he did not take the results. I bet who that is. There we go for the practice results. That is great, but did not like the qualification results. Somebody get DQ'd or something? I'm not sure, but All right, just a little under 4 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. We're going to get after it here at Martinsville. Check out our side-by-side. Make sure that is working just fine. Looks like it is. Couple of minutes left here in warm-up session. Good. Hey, thank you for coming in. Don't forget to support me by clicking on the Fanatec link there in the channel if you're interested in purchasing something through them. Help me out here at TurnLeftTV by clicking on that link. Thanks to all those folks who have. Been a good time there, and seeing folks use that link to purchase stuff. Always appreciate that. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. There's the Discord address for High Octane Racing League. You can also follow me on Twitter at TurnLeftTV, Facebook at TurnLeftTV1, and then if you want to contact me directly on Discord, there's a couple addresses there to follow. Again, good luck to all the drivers here tonight. Thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Should be a great race. Still about a minute left here. We're going to get after it. Don't forget, the IndyCar Series starts next week on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Great little series headed your way, a high-octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Guys, we're really wanting these IndyCars back, and it's going to be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV, a 10-race season, a high-octane Racing League IndyCar Series. All right, boys and girls, it is that time. That's right. Martinsville, 150 laps, race number 2 in that brand new season of 2021. Who's going to take home the victory here? Whose tempers are going to be flaring? Who's going to have some fenders left on that car by the time this race gets over? So 150 laps at a classic short track. Martinsville Speedway. Thanks so much for coming in. Here we go.
Non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, Paul Brown starts on P1. Colin Matiak is second. Lucas Simpner starts in the third position. Todd Robler in the 90 will start in fourth. Starting in the fifth position is Preston Hassel in the 27. Zach Munkasey, good starting position for him in the 29 car in sixth. Sean Jacobs seventh. Ed Palumbo will start in the eighth position. In ninth is Jesus Iglesias in the 2X. Tony Reiner starts in the 10th position in the 81 car. John Stanley will start 12th. In the 11th position of the 12 car. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in the 13th spot, or 12th spot. Christian Wilson starts in 13th. Givaldo Spindola 14th, and Arthur Vieira starts in the 15th position. All right, boys and girls, we have got a race headed your way here now, boys. We're going to have a good one. 150 laps here at a great short track. A little short track action. Paul Brown in the 77 starts on that inside line in P1. Colin Matiak, lightning fast. 13 car. Starts on the outside line. Lucas Simpner third. Todd Robillard fourth. Preston Hassel fifth. Zach Munkasey is sixth. So the first three rows. Pace car is in. Here we go.
Green flag. Go, go, go.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go short track racing, boys.
Into turn one, these guys side by side. Paul Brown there gets a good run off turn two. Oh, tighten it up there on the outside line. 13 in the 90. Lucas Simpner on the inside line there trying to get through. So Paul Brown leads lap one. Colin Matiak in second in the 13. Todd Robillard in the 90 car. He is in the third position. Get out of the back of Paul Brown's machine at Colin Matiak in the 13 car. Paul Brown in the 77. Short track specialist.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. Already some fisticuffs. 81 car coming around. So it looks like the 81 car came around here. We'll see what happened, I'm sure. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Look and see what happened to Tony Reiner. Like the 2X and the 81 getting together. X diving it in, and then the looks like a tight battle right there, and then contact there between the 2X and the 81. Secondary contact there.
Open this time.
So kind of hard to say on that one really what caught there. Look at Iglesias really had dove in there into the inside, might have jumped up on that curb, but he didn't have a lot of room to breathe there, but definitely drove in pretty hard, and then some contact there. Okay, looks like we're getting a 1 to go here. Colin Madiak is in second. Todd Robillard third. Looks like Preston Hassel starting in the outside line this time by. Pace car is in. Here we go, getting ready to go back green. Early caution flag here.
Green flag, go, go, go.
'77 there hard into turn 1. The 90 drifting up there a little bit. Preston Hassel, the 27 gets by. On board here with Preston Hassel in the 27 car. And you see Colin Madiak there fighting back on that high side. He's got a good run on the high side. He's going to take the lead as Preston Hassel looking ahead there at Paul Brown. You see, this track is really one of those tracks where you get a little bit of an accordion effect. As guys entering the turn, guys bunch up, and it is tough, man. You really, really got to be patient here. Let the car kind of come to you and not make those sort of those dive bomb moves. Colin Madiak in the 13, showing some muscle here. In P1, Paul Brown in second. Preston Hassel is third. Take a look at Artiviera here. John Stanley battling for position. Artiviera on the inside line. John Stanley on the outside line. Now Artiviera's going to take that spot. John Stanley now back to 15th as Artiviera in the 4 car moves up to 14th. Tony Reiner in the 81. Christian Wilson in 30 battling for position. Tony Reiner diving down to the inside there, getting by Christian Wilson. Christian Wilson in the 30 car now back to 10th. Lucas Simpsoner in this mix as well. Looking at the back of Tony Reiner's car at Christian Wilson in the 30 car. You see Lucas Simpsoner now sees that opening. He's going to try to get by there on the inside. So battling there, Lucas Simpsoner saving those tires, backing off, let Christian Wilson have in that position. Christian Wilson there kind of scooching up there to the high side. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car. Getting by, trying to get by this 68. Givaldo Spindola up on the outside line as Jesus Iglesias does get by. Iglesias looking out of the back of his car there. Artiviera trying to get by Givaldo Spindola as well. Artiviera on the inside there battling Givaldo Spindola. Good battle there between the two of those guys. Artiviera takes that spot. Spindola now back to 14th. Vieira in 13th. Back up here with Colin Madiak running in the 13 car in P1. We'll take a look at Todd Robillard here in the 90 car. He's starting to put a little pressure here on the 27. That AMD Ryzen sponsor machine is Todd Robillard here in the Chevy Camaro, the Napa sponsor machine. Word has it there might be a sponsorship change coming pretty soon here for this 90 car. So he is working on the back of that AMD Ryzen Ford Mustang. Trying to take over third position. So the 27 and the 90 running in P3, P4. Sean Jacobs really upped his game here in this short track program. He's really a super speedway. He sort of prefers that crew really sets those cars up for super speedways, but you know, his short track game is starting to improve quite a bit. 24 car here running in P5 right now. 29, Zach Muncasey here starting to look low. Zach Muncasey does some live streaming from his machine. 29 car. Ed Palumbo also in this mix. We got a good battle here. Tony Reiner and Claudio Bardelli Jr. here battling it out. This side-by-side action between these guys. Bardelli Jr. in the 91 also does quite a bit of live streaming, looking out of the front of his machine. So Tony Reiner getting by, moving forward now up to the 8th positions. Bardelli Jr. and Tony Reiner been swapping positions here. Art Vieira and Lucas Simpner here battling for position. Art Vieira on the outside line. We saw Colin Maniak use that outside line to take over P1. And now Art Vieira takes over the 11th position. Gets around Lucas Simpner. How about this? Zach Muncasey's still working on that 24 car. That 29, looking pretty solid here in this Toyota. He's going to get by, so he takes over P5. Sean Jacobs now back to the 6th position. He has got a whole lot of Ed Palumbo breathing down his neck right now. Take a look out of the back of Zach Muncasey's machine at Sean Jacobs, Ed Palumbo, also Tony Reiner in this mix. Claudio Bardelli Jr. back there as well. Lucas Simpner and Christian Wilson. Christian Wilson got some fans in here. Glenn Wilson cheering on. I'm guessing they might be related. Glenn Wilson here, so now it's out of their system. Let's hope for some green flag racing. Rooting for the 30 car from Canada. So, thank you for coming in, Glenn. Appreciate that. Always appreciate folks coming in and joining in the chat session. Take a look at Lucas Simpner here in the 21 car. He takes over P11. Christian Wilson now back 12. Artavia here starting to move up. He's working on the 81. Oh, tight right there. 81 gets loose. I'll tell you what, 81 looked like it might have squeezed the 4 car down to the inside, and we've got a yellow flag. I think I saw that coming. As Art Vieira had that position, looked like Tony Reiner came down across his nose. We've got our second caution flag here on lap 28. That caution flag looked like that might have been on Tony Reiner. He was trying to recover there, it looked like, from an earlier incident. He squeezed the 4 car. Here, we'll take a look at this a little bit earlier here. He squeezed that 4 car and comes across the track. Take a look here back at this action right here, and the 2X right there gets it, or excuse me, the 81 gets into the 2X car and spins him. Got pit road open as we got some guys coming down pit lane. Whole slew of pit stops here. This is tight pit lane here. Very, very tight. So very, very tight pit lane. You see Todd Robillard coming out. Jack Marchese in the 77 of Paul Brown there racing off pit lane.
One to go this time by.
Looked like Lucas Simfer on pit lane. 21 car is on pit lane there as we're getting a 1 to go. So a little late pit here. I'm always a little scared about it's like I was a little bit worried there coming down pit lane here on these short tracks with the 1 to go that I can get service done and get back out on the track here and get, you know, sort of get lined back up. The pace car is off. It's a very, very quick coming around here as the 90 car inside line will lead the field and take the green flag. 77, Paul Brown in second. Casey in third, Matiak in fourth. Here we go, back to green. It is tight. The 90 car takes the lead. The 77, Paul Brown tucks in, and we got a pretty good battle there between Colin Matiak and Zach Casey for the third position. Matiak up high. That high line's been working pretty well for him, but I'll tell you what, Zach Casey's been working that low line and looking pretty solid here, and he is holding his own here on the inside line and does hold on to that position. Actually, Colin Matiak gains that position. Zach Casey gives up the ghost there and falls back to fourth. So Preston Haas is starting to put a little pressure on Zach Casey. Take a look at the Preston Hassel here on board here with him as we see Zach Casey just ahead. Ed Palumbo in this mix. That mellow yellow sponsor machine, the 4 of Octane, he's got his car up to the 7th position. Take a look at that pass there to take over P7. Sean Jacobs in the 24 on the outside line as Octane uses that inside line. Oh man, that got a little tight right there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. trying to squeeze through, and he's not going to make it. As Sean Jacobs holding on to that spot. Man, that got tight. Here's Artivera in that NASCAR BR number 4 Camaro. Got a little Deguste Burger sponsorship on that as well. Little race here between Tony Reiner in the 81 and Christian Wilson in the 30. Tony Reiner goes way up to the high side there and smacks the wall. He missed that. He was trying to get around Christian Wilson in the 30, and he's going to try to recover here and make that pass. 21, Lucas Simpner in this mix as well. Tony Reiner squeezing through. We'll take a look at this pass here. That was, this is Tony Reiner down to the inside and really trying to make room right there and squeezes through and kind of diamonds that corner to the 30. Does a great job of missing that. Lucas Simpner is going to take that opportunity to get through as well. Take a look out in front of Lucas Simpner's machine as the 30 does a great job of keeping that thing out of the wall and recovers there as Lucas Simpner gets by. So here on lap 43, now we got a good battle here between the 4 and the 54. Artivera not making that pass. Ed Palumbo now back to the 7th position as Artivera moves up to 6th. We got a battle for the race lead here as we got a 3-way battle here for the race lead as the 77 of Paul Brown going to squeeze through and take over the lead. Colin Matiak is going to follow him, and I think Zach Casey is going to try to get through as well. Looking out of the back of Paul Brown's machine is Zach Casey. Oh man, I'll tell you what, he barely got through there. As Paul Brown has got a lot of company right now. Colin Matiak in the 13 putting a little pressure here on Paul Brown. Again, this is for the race lead. Great little race right here between the 13 and the 77. Zach Casey now in 3rd. Good run here for him. Go on board here with Colin Matiak as he's putting some pressure here on that Outlaw Fuels sponsored Chevy Camaro. Paul Brown, the race leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Sean Jacobs here battling it out. The 91, Bardelli Jr., see those brakes glowing right there as he enters the turn. He's going to pick up P8. Sean Jacobs back to 9th. Bardelli Jr. hot into that turn and holds on to that spot. So Bardelli Jr. holds on to P8. Take a look at Preston Hassel here in this AMD sponsored machine number 27 car. Right now running in the 5th position. About John Stanley here slugging it out, man. Doesn't gotten word that he might be a little bit under the weather there, and coming out here and doing some racing. Here in the 12th car, right now running in the top 10 in the 10th position. Jesus Iglesias in the 2X car, and just behind him, Tony Reiner running in the 11th position. John Stanley running in P10. Actually, Iglesias is off the pace there in this 2X. See him burning up those tires there just a little bit, so a little bit too much speed there entering the turn, I think, and he is going to see that right there. He's locking those brakes up, so going to have to probably back up that corner a little bit on board here with Jesus Iglesias, so we kind of get the idea here. A little bit better entry on that one, so he's backing up that turn just a little bit, try to save those tires, but yeah, I'm sure those tires are on fire right now for him.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here as we take a look at Paul Brown coming by. That would involve the 2X, it looks like. So second caution here, 54, third caution here, 54 laps in. Take a look and see what happened here. There's a 2X and the 81 car get together there. So right here as they enter the turn, 81 pretty, man, he turns right there and gets into the 2X and spins him right into the wall. The 2X, I'm not sure. He's having a little bit of a shear on entry, but right there, he's up in the high groove, and he gets spun by the 81. All right, 24, Sean Jacobs is the race leader. He is going to be leading a couple guys here down pit lane. 21.
It'll be 1 to go this time, bud.
24, Sean Jacobs on pit lane, getting a 1 to go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green here. Caution flags are quick. 13, Colin Madiak, the leader. Paul Brown, second. Todd Robillard in third. Argivetta is fourth. Madiak there out to the lead. Madiak there, Robillard in the 90. Paul Brown there dropping back a little bit. Not sure what's going on with him. Argivetta here making this pass, taking over position. So I think Paul Brown in the 77 indicating those tires got a little bit warm, the rear tires, and he is losing some positions here. Back up here, the race leader in the 90 of Todd Robillard is hounding that 13 car right now. Todd Robillard on the inside line, and he's going to get this spot as Colin Madiak tucks in the second position. Argivetta has that car up to third. Sean Jacobs here running in the 10th position as he's gotten by Christian Wilson. Lucas Simpsoner, he's also getting by as well. Christian Wilson in the 30 car. Now back to the 12th position as Lucas Simpsoner makes that pass in that Flex Seal sponsor machine. Paul Brown and Archivieta here in the 77 and the 4, battling for position. Paul Brown now trying to climb back up there. He'd fallen back, lost some positions, and now climbs back up the grid there to P3. And don't forget about Preston Hassel. He's in this mix too. Archivieta now back to the 4th position. See Paul Brown in the 77 getting by the 90 now. So the 90 taking the lead, and we'll take a look at this pass here for the race lead. The 13, Colin Matiak. Todd Robillard muscled his way through, got around Matiak, and now the 90, he used up those tires a little bit. The 77 also getting by, taking over the 2nd position as Todd Robillard now falls back to 3rd. Colin Matiak now in 2nd. Out there, 77 and 13. This is a good battle here for the race lead as the 13 and the 77 getting after it here. 77 on the inside line. He's trying to take this lead. He is fired up right now, wanting to get back to the race lead. So we're cooling those tires off a little bit now, starting to climb back up the grid here. Putting some pressure here on 13. This is a battle for the race lead between the 77 and the 13 car. So 77 back to the race lead, 13. Colin Matiak in 2nd, the 90 of Todd Robillard in 3rd position. Jesus Iglesias in this mix too, in the 68 and the 2X 68. Racing for the 13th position, the 2X getting by. 68 of Givaldo Spindola back to 14th. Take a look at Preston Hassel here in the 27 car. Right now running in the 5th position. Christian Wilson running in the 11th spot. Paul Brown, Colin Madiak. P1, P2. Todd Robillard back in 3rd position. In 4th is Artur Vieira. How about Artur Vieira here running in the 4th position in this 4 car. Preston Hassel 5th. Claudio Bardelli is in 6th. So Artur Vieira, man, he just quietly gets that car up to the front, man. He just finds a way. This NASCAR VR sponsor machine. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. here running in the 6th position. Good run here for him. Top 10 run for the 91 car. Zach Munkacy running in 7th. He's had a pretty good run. Running in P7 in that 29 car. Artur Vieira there, I was talking about him a little bit earlier here in the 4 car, starting to move up the grid. He's running from P4 now, getting into that 3rd position is a Todd Robillard in the 90 car. $50 laps to go, so good little green flag run here. Jesus Iglesias trying to bounce back here, getting by Christian Wilson there a little bit earlier. Right there, he gets by 24. Sean Jacobs, oh man, that got crazy right there. Christian Wilson and Givaldo Spindola got together as well. And Iglesias, see him getting through right there. And watch this, Christian Wilson down on the inside line right there in that 30 car. He is trying to, and he comes up the track, gets into that 24 just a little bit right there. And then Givaldo Spindola and Zach Munkacy get together. Might start seeing some green flag pit stops here. John Stanley, I think, is on pit lane. Take a look at this side-by-side view as John Stanley coming down pit lane. Paul Brown, the race leader. Stanley now finishing up that pit stop, looks like. Didn't take too long here, man, to get that thing on pit lane and then get back off, so. Todd Robillard on pit lane. Take a look at the 90 car taking some service here. So Paul Brown continuing to lean. Colin Madiak there now closing back in on the 77 car. Todd Robillard taking service here under green. That's what we want to see. We want to see green flag pit stops. Colin Madiak there. Now coming down pit lane. Colin Madiak there was starting to pressure that P1. Now Paul Brown. Paul Brown here coming down pit lane. Zach Munkasey in the 29. He's in fifth position now as we got Paul Brown making a pit stop. That's going to give the race lead to Artur Vieta. Paul Brown in the 77, our pole sitter on pit lane as Artur Vieta leading the field here on lap 111. Paul Brown finishing up that pit stop now, coming back out on track. We've got to be wondering now how long is it going to be between Artur until Artur Vieta comes down pit lane. Preston Hassel in the 27, running in the second position now. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in third. Sean Jacobs running in the P4. Look at Lucas Infiniter. He has gotten that car up to the top 5. And he's that tire save specialist. Tire management specialist. Now running in 5th. Sean Jacobs coming down pit lane here in the 24 car. Taking service here on the green. This is what we want to see. We want to see green flag pit stops, and we're getting them. And these guys trying to stretch that fuel a little bit. Stretch those tires a little bit. Artur Vieta continuing to lead. Got about a 4.5 second lead over P2. Now Preston Hassel coming down pit lane. So he's now decided to pit this car. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. who's gotten by. We'll take a look at Preston Hassel here in the 27 as he makes his pit stop. Sean Jacobs, Christian Wilson all on pit lane. They've got to be wondering now how long is it going to be before Artur Vieta comes down pit lane. Bardelli Jr. now in P2. 91 car having a good run here. 12 of John Stanley on those fresh tires. Munkesey's on fresh tires. 90 on fresh tires. Those guys are going to try to get around Bardelli Jr. here and starting to make their way up to the front. So Artevieta here continuing to stretch it out. 30 laps to go. Got to be wondering what's going on here, man, with in the mind of Artevieta here. You know, is he doing that calculator, working that calculator, trying to figure out, is he maybe banking on a caution flag? He's got just he and Bardelli Jr. are a lap ahead or on the lead lap. The rest of them lap down or more, so caution flag would be huge for him. And devastating for some of these other guys. Lucas Simpner right now running in the lucky dog position in the 21 car. Be kind of big for him too. He get the lucky dog position, come back, there'll be 3 cars on the lead lap. Paul Brown would be livid. He's in that 77 car running in P4. He has made his pit stop. Take a look at that 1v1 battle there. So Paul Brown, Lucas Simpner. See Paul Brown eating up that time there. He's on fresher tires, closing in on Simpner in a hurry. As Lucas Simpner on older tires, Paul Brown on those fresh tires after making pit stop here. Now closing in, and this is for the lucky dog position. There is a caution flag, so the 77 wanting to get by that 21 car. The 21 has a little bit of reason there maybe to fight and make it somewhat hard for the 77. I think it's a kind of a done deal as the 21 giving him a lot of room now as the 77 getting by. Now taking over P3, Lucas Simpner now back to 4th. Take a look at Colin Madiak here running in the 13th position. Excuse me, in the 5th position in that 13 car. Pretty good run there. Started outside pole. See Givaldo Spindola in the 68 up high there, letting those guys go through. Got this little pass here as the 12 car and the 29 battling for position. The 12, John Stanley up on the high line. It's the 29, Zach Munkesey down on the inside line.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. And that helps the 77 out a little bit. 77 now back on the lead lap here. So I was talking about that. That pass for Lucas Simpner on Lucas Simpner was really, really important. So back up here and look at the 4 car of Artevieta, the race leader. Paul Brown getting the lucky dog coming back around. So a big pass for him. So Luca been able to hold him off for a couple laps. He might have been in the driver's seat there.
This road will be open this time. That car.
Take a look and see what happened here. Givaldo Spindola. Oh! Spindola and Munkesey get together, it looks like. Take a look here. Spindola hits the inside wall. And then right here, contact between the 30 and the 2X. So Spindola smacks this wall. And then getting into the turn here as contact between the 2 of those guys.
That road will be open this time.
Right here, there's contact between the 30 and the 2X. So some contact there. Looked like the 2X gotten into the wall a little bit. 30 maybe didn't expect him there. Those guys got together.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
Artavia, the leader. Bardelli Jr. second, Paul Brown third, Lucas Simpner
Green flag, go, go, go.
back to green here. We got back to green. This is a little surprising. So Artavia, the leader, Bardelli Jr. second, Paul Brown third, Simpner fourth, Hassel fifth. I think Simpner might have stayed out here on older tires, hoping for a caution flag, and he's back on the lead lap, but staying out there may be risky. 135. Zach Munkasey running in the. For some reason they did not reorder those guys. Maybe I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think they stayed out. Nah, he's 2 laps down. Take a look at Preston Hassel, Lucas Simpner battling for position. 7, Preston Hassel getting by there on those fresher tires. As a 21, Lucas Simpner, he's staying out on older tires. They're going to give up the ghost there as the 27 car gets by. So Artavia, the race leader here on lap 139. Paul Brown now in the second position. The 77 car getting by Claudio Bardelli Jr. taking over P2 here on the outside line as 77 on those fresher tires. Going to get through is a 91. Claudio Bardelli Jr. tucks in now in P3. Lucas Simpner here trying to get through. We got a yellow flag here as maybe some contact with issues there with Preston Hassel. Might have been some connection issues there for Preston Hassel as Lucas Simpner gains the spot. So interesting little mix here. We've had a couple of late race cautions. Preston Hassel had some trouble there. I think he might have had some connection issues.
Pit road will
Take a look and see what happened to Preston Hassel. I think there was there's definitely some warping issues right there. Oh, huge warp. So it looks like the 27 car, major connection issues there for him. He was complaining that he was having some connection issues earlier. Lucas Semfner coming down pit lane, indicating he's got a penalty. All right, Artur Vieta, the leader. Brown in second. Bardelli Jr. in third. Matiak is fourth. Lucas Semfner fifth on, I think he just came through pit lane, it looked like for him. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, the Saturday Night Thunder will be at Talladega Superspeedway, 100 laps. Great track there. Great series. Got a big field last week. Race number 9 in that first season of 2021. So it should be a great race starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Talladega Superspeedway and that's Saturday Night Thunder. The IndyCar Series kicks off its season next week. High Octane Racing League, second season of IndyCar Series. Guys are really wanting this come back here. So starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on April the 17th, we'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. All 10 races will be here right here on TurnLeftTV. That's the IndyCar Series, High Octane Racing League. Kicking it off at Atlanta, Hot Atlanta, on April the 17th. All right, getting ready to go back green here. We're lap 145, winding it down, boys and girls. We got about 5 cars on the lead lap. Getting back after it. Here we go. There's Paul Brown on the outside line, battling the 4 of Artur Vieta here. This could be a race-winning pass here. Between the 2 of these guys, it takes a little time for those tires to heat up, and the 4 car holding on to that spot. Paul Brown there diving down to the bottom side here, trying to do the crossover move on Artur Vieta. Artur giving him a lot of room. Might try the same thing. Artur trying to make, Artur gets into the outside, and then Paul Brown loose coming off the turn. Paul Brown was loose coming off the turn. Artur Vieta reclaims that spot as he got into the wall. And Paul Brown lost the back end of that car. And Artur Vieta in the 4 car. Can he hold on here? Claudio Bardelli Jr. in this mix. These guys are getting after it here with just 3 laps to go. Artur Vieta is in the race lead. Paul Brown on the 77 second. 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in third. Colin Matiak fourth. Semfner coming down pit lane. He's got a penalty. Two laps to go for the 4 car. Can he hold on? Last lap here, 1 lap to go here for the 4. Artur Vieta. Coming off turn 4, Artur Vieta is going to take the victory here at Martinsville. Paul Brown finishes in second. Bardelli Jr., good run for him in third. Colin Matiak finishes 4th. Todd Robillard rounding out the top 5. That got a little messy there, but tell you what, Paul Brown tried to make it happen, could not get that car to stick, and he ends up finishing in P2. So congratulations to Arthur Vieta in the 4 car. So another win for Arthur Vieta. He's racking up a lot of wins here in the Buschwackers series. So congratulations to Arthur Vieta. Big win for him. He burns that engine up. Paul Brown gave it a gallant effort, but could not get the back end of that car to hold tight. Not get the back end of that car to stick there. The bite that he needed to pull off that pass as Arthur Vieta got into the outside wall with about 4 to go, and could not get that car. Paul Brown couldn't get that car to stick as he tried to make that pass happen. We'll take a look at the finishing results. Arthur Vieta finishes in first in that 4 car. Paul Brown finishes in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr., good race for him, finishes in the 3rd position. Colin Madiak, good race there for the 13 car. Todd Robillard finishes in 5th. Zach Muncasey, good run there, finishes in 6th. In the 7th position is Sean Jacobs in the 24. John Stanley in the 12 car finishes in 8th. Lucas Infinite 9th. Jesus Iglesias finishing in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th is Christian Wilson in the 30 car. In 12th is Givallo Spindola in the 68 car. Preston Hassel finishing in 13th and 27th. Tony Reiner in the 81 finishes in 14th. Ed Palumbo finishes in 15th in the 54 car. So congratulations to Arthur Vieta on getting a big win here at Martinsville. Good run here for him, and he was in the right place at the right time, and he stayed out on a really long green flag run, and I kind of started questioning that, man. It was really the caution flag really benefited him. He was able to come in and get some fresh tires, get the car back up front, and then battle Paul Brown for the race victory. Paul Brown gave it a good shot there, just could not get that car to bite coming off the turn, but a great run for Arthur Vieta. Good composure there. He smacked the wall coming off one of the turns and had some right side damage, but was able to pull off the race victory, man. And really a credit to Arthur Vieta, man. He's one of the cleanest racers out there. Gave Paul Brown a lot of room, but battled back, and chips fell in his place, and was able to pull off the victory. Coming up tomorrow will be the Saturday Night Thunder at Talladega Superspeedway. 100 laps there, race number 9 in that first season of 2021. Should be a great one. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be Talladega Superspeedway in those Cup cars. Should be a great one. You're going to see a lot of drivers out for this race. A lot of drivers like those, like this Talladega Superspeedway. So it should be a fantastic race. Don't forget, if you'd like to join HORL on Discord, there's the address there. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Talladega Superspeedway, and the Saturday Night Thunder. And don't forget, the IndyCar Series is headed your way next week on Saturday, April 17th. Should be a great one. Atlanta Motor Speedway, IndyCar Series. Look at that. Kentucky, Las Vegas, Iowa, Pocono, Gateway, Indianapolis on Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. Phoenix Raceway, Kansas, and then finishing out the season, that's right, at Richmond. about that. So that's coming your way. It'll be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the TurnLeftTV channel. As always, appreciate you being here and supporting TurnLeftTV. You know what that means? That means I am out. I'm here.